Are any of you guys wondering why the bird creature is frequently present in both tangible and intangible forms across Thailand? Not only do numerous buildings and royal barges display it, but official documents such as deeds, house particulars, court orders, marriage certificates, passports, and so on also have it affixed too. Today, we're diving into the story behind a mythical creature, Thai Garuda, the national emblem of Thailand and its significance to the Thai monarchy. Although Garuda can also trace its origin to the Bhagavata Purana, one of Hinduism's 18 great histories, and Buddhism, the following mythological account of Garuda will be based only on Hindu mythology Mahabharata, since it's mostly related to Thai's belief about Garuda. Garuda, or Krut in Thai, is a large half-man and half-bird creature and the vehicle of God Vishnu or Narayana. Garuda is described as the king of the birds who represents birth and heaven, unlike his enemy Naga serpents who symbolizes death and the underworld. In Mahabharata, the creature Rishi Kashyapa, who two of his spouses were Vinata and Gadru, who were also sister, fathered Garuda. The two longed to become Kasyapa's favorite wife by bearing powerful offspring, 1,000 Naga serpents for Gadru and 2 sons for Vinata. Thousands of years went by, both laid eggs, while the 1,000 eggs of Gadru hatched early into Nagas. Nothing happened to those of Vinata. Impatiently, Vinata broke open one egg, which was half-formed with the upper half only as a human and was thus deformed. Her half-formed son angrily cursed his mother that she would be slave for her not-so-fond-of co-wife. However, he suddenly realized that she was his mother, so he provided the way to break it, but it would be 500 years until the second son was born, and curse would then be undone by him. How merciful! He flew away and came to prominence as Aruna, a charioteer of the sun. 5 centuries later, the second egg hatched. A fully grown, shining and of mighty-sized bird's form emerged as Garuda, the king of birds. In fact, Garuda was born Ventai, meaning a child of Vinata. Ventai was born during the period Vinata was a servant of Gadru and her 1,000 sons Naga, so he was automatically enslaved. He wanted this to stop. He then made a deal with the Nagas asking them what it would take to purchase her freedom. They agreed to release Vinata if Garuda would obtain for them a drink of the elixir of immortality, the sacred Amrita. Ventai fought against all odds to get it from heaven. The gods who guarded almost got defeated by him. By performing the feat, the Nagas gradually gained the ability to slaughter off their old skins. The god Vishnu knew about it and came to the scene as he was about to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. First, he could stop Nagas from getting more power. Second, he would return the Amrita. Ventai did not give up, so they got into a fight, but no one won due to the commandment of Garuda to be as powerful as the great deity. Rather than continuing an endless fight, Vishnu gave Ventai Amrita and wished Ventai the gift of immortality even without drinking from the elixir. So Ventai promised to serve Vishnu as his vehicle and also as his emblem. Consequently, Ventai was given a brand new name, Garuda, which means an honest and a person who bear burdens just like him. En route, while carrying Amrita back to the Nagas, he encountered Indra, the god of the sky. Mighty Indra was unconvinced by Garuda's motive that he needed the Amrita as a ransom to free his mother, so he fought the giant bird in an epic battle. Garuda promised that once he had delivered the Amrita, thus fulfilling the request of the serpents, he would make it possible for Indra to regain possession of the Amrita and to take it back to the gods. With the Amrita in his claws, he finally took it to the Nagas, and Vinata was released from the slavery. He placed it on the grass and tricked him to perform their religious ablutions before consuming it. As they hurried to do so, Indra swooped in to make off with the Amrita. The Nagas came back and saw the Amrita gone, yet left with small droplets on the grass. They licked those droplets, not knowing the grass was cursed. Thereby it split their tongue in two, and this is why the serpents have split tongue. From that day on, Garuda was the ally of the gods and the trusty mouth of Vishnu, as well as the implacable enemy of snakes, who swear to be eternal enemy of Garuda and will eat Garuda as their food. The ancient king of Thailand believed in Tevaraja or divine kingship and considered themselves the incarnation of the god Narayana. Thus, the Garuda came to symbolize the divine power and authority of the king. Also, Garuda perfectly represents virtue, constancy, and righteousness. Nonetheless, Thailand is not the only country using the symbolism of Garuda. India, where all the legends come from, Indonesia, and the rest of Southeast Asia, the eagle symbolism is represented by Garuda. But the usage is to some extent different. For example, India uses Garuda as military symbols because they believe that the military serves the king as Garuda serves Vishnu. Indonesia adopts a more stylistic approach to the Garuda's depiction as its national symbol. Plus, the Indonesian national airline is Garuda Indonesia. The national emblem of Thailand is called Phitchapha, which means Garuda as the vehicle. Today, the Garuda emblem appears on the letterhead of almost all Thai government documents. It is used by the King of Thailand and the Royal Thai government to authenticate official documents and as its primary emblem. Moreover, this symbolism also illustrates the belief that the government, as represented by the Garuda, is the vehicle of the king, who is nothing less than an incarnation of the god Narayana. The Garuda was originally adopted during the Ayutthaya period because, as mentioned before, the ancient kings of Thailand believed in divine kingship and considered themselves as the incarnation of the god Narayana. Thus, the Garuda became the accepted symbol of divine and sacred kingship since then. Back to the Ayutthaya period, from the 1350 to 1767, the king several seals of various designs. These stamp seals were used in the authentication of official documents, especially on those sent out from the central administration to the provinces. They were usually made from carved blocks of ivory. The use of royal seals continued in the first 4 reigns of the Ratanakosin kingdom. Founded in 1782, the Chakri kings would use a personal seal for private letters and 4 official seals for government business. The 4 great royal seals or Parachasanchakon included the first one, the Maha Ongkan, Royal Seal of Great Decree. The seal represents Shiva, known in Thailand as Praisuan. The second one, the Krutpa, Royal Seal of Garuda the Carrier, Narayana mounted on the back of Garuda. Within the Garuda's claws are 2 nagas. The third one, the Hongsa Piman, Royal Seal of the Swan Pavilion. The Hongsa, a mythical swan according to myth, is the vehicle of Brahma. And the fourth one, the Irapod, Royal Seal of Airavan elephant. The Airavan, according to myth, is the vehicle of Indra. These seals were used until 1873, when a European-inspired coat of arms, a new national emblem of Siam, was designed and introduced by King Rama V. However, the Krut and the Airapod remain intact. This emblem is called Royal Coat of Arms of Siam or Parachasanchakon Pacham Pandin Siam. In 1893, the king changed his mind and decided that the coat of arms was too foreign and ordered his brother, the King Naris, to design a new seal featuring the Garuda. He drew a new seal which was based on the old design, featuring the god Narayana mounted on the Garuda's back. This version of the seal was used only shortly. As the king was not satisfied with his rendition, he soon after asked Prince Nari to redesign the seal depicting the Garuda alone, so the final version does so, with wings outstretched, and this was used by King Chulalongkorn. In 1910, King Rama VI decided to abandon the coat of arms and use the Garuda as his primary device. The king orders a slightly new design as it used Prince Nari's drawing of the Garuda, but with an encirclement of the king's ceremonial name around the Garuda. It was later officially introduced as the national emblem of Siam, which an act on the seals of state was passed through legislation in 1911. The Garuda was to be used for authentication of the king's signature on all important deeds and documents, and from then on, the Garuda seal became Thailand's national emblem. Here are today's uses of the Garuda. First, used on such documents as the cover of the Royal Thai Government Gazette and Thai passports. Second, appeared on general documents such as land deeds and letters. This is the most common one. Third one, used on general documents such as court orders. And the fourth one is used on general documents and on Thai banknotes. Another obvious use of the Garuda can be seen on the Royal Standard of Thailand or Thong Maharaj, which is in the official flag of the King of Thailand and standards of other members of the royal family, both since 1910 during the reign of the King Rama VI. There are two Thong Maharaj representing the king, which are the first one, Thong Maharaj Yai. This royal standard consists of a bright yellow square with a red kupra at the center, and the second one, Thong Maharaj Noi, which was the same characteristics as Thong Maharaj Yai, but Maharaj Noi has the white extension. Likewise, there are two standards that of the queen, which are the first one, Thong Rashini Yai. The characteristics are similar to the royal standard in the ratio of 2:3, with swallowtail end, currently used by King Mother Sirikit. And the second one, Thong Rashini Noi, which is the same as Thong Rashini Yai, but Thong Rashini Noi has the red extension. Currently, there are three standards in use. Standard for the king's sons and brothers, consisting of dark blue square defaced with yellow circle. The circle features of the red Garuda, and now in use for Prince Thipangkorn Rasami Chod. Standard for the king's daughters and sisters, consisting of the characteristics similar to the standard for the male royalty in the ratio of 2:3, with swallowtail end, and now used by Princess Mahachakri Sinthorn and other princes. Finally, standard for the region of Thailand or Thong Pu Samret Rachakan Than Pra Ong. This one came into play later in 1936. It comprises of white plain square flag with the Garuda on top of a shield depicting the national flag in the center, recently used for Prem Tinasun Lanon. Private entities such as business may be granted permission to use and display the Garuda emblem. Once permission is given, the firm is then allowed to display a Tra Tang Hang or store standing emblem, which is a large sculpture of the Garuda, on all of their business premises. Underneath the figure is a ribbon with the phrase by royal assent or Doi Dai Rab Pha Baroma Rashanuyat. Furthermore, there are three royal barges decorated with the Garuda. The first one, barge Krut Hern Head, meaning Garuda flies through the air. The figurehead of barge Krut Hern Head features a Garuda holding two nagas carved, gilded and mirrored glass decoration with a red body. The second one, barge Krut Tret Trai Chak, which means Garuda wanders around three worlds, reflect the impact of the Indian Purana on Thai tradition and art. The figureheads of barge Krut Tret Trai Chak features a Garuda holding two nagas carved, gilded and mirrored glass decoration with a pink body. These two were originally built in the reign of King Rama I. The other one is barge Narai Song Suban, His Majesty Rama IX, or เรือพระที่นั่งนารายณ์ทรงสุบรรณรัชกาลที่ 9. Narai Song Suban literally means God Narayana mounted on Suban, another name of Garuda. The term His Majesty King Rama IX added to the name is to suggest that the royal barge was built in the reign of His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej. Additionally, in the royal cremation ceremony of His Majesty the late King, there was the use of Garuda symbolism on 12 Garuda lampposts or Krom Phai Krut Yut Nak, among dozens of intricate sculptures of animals, deities, and mythical creatures from Buddhist and Hindu lore. Actually, there is a place not so far from Bangkok. There is a museum called Garuda Museum, which has more information about this. However, this museum is not open for public visitors. Anyway, these are all of the information I think you need to know. What about your country? Is there any particular symbol used in the document? Let me know in a comment down below, or you can also tell me your opinion of the Garuda. So that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!